Sick face, Alan.
All right, guys, what do you want to do? Someone's got a lot of noise coming through their mic still. You can't kill the mod. Mod lasts forever. Okay, guys, everyone, please wake up, except for Kimball.
Okay.
Probably.
So who killed
You wanna say
Kimball
Jason's
and
mom yet?
Carlton?
No,
Kimball was on my safe list. So basically, I thought that Ribo was my strongest town read from the start, and that was confirmed when he passed on lynching me as a pretty easy lynch target. Kimball did the exact same thing, so it made me not suspicious of him because I was a pretty easy lynch target last round. One thing I noticed was that Thundertoss voted very, very late, and he was one of the original people to point blame on Kimball.
Yeah, I want to ask Rob something. So you said you didn't want to kill Julian, and what was the reasons behind that? You said like it was too easy?
No, it wasn't anything about being easy or even that he was innocent. I just think that the initial bandwagoning point that why he got all of his attention was that for some reason he wasn't speaking up as much as the last game. And then like for some reason like this negative attention storm just swarmed all around him that he wasn't speaking up enough and he wasn't doing his part for the town, and it just seemed really off base. Because if anything, compared to the last game, he had been speaking up before that. Like this game he's been speaking up. So that's what caught me off guard. That was the major point. I'm not saying the guy's innocent or he even is a complete
So
talent.
who was around that negativity?
That initial storm.
So like Kimball agreed with you on that, and he's dead now, which makes me think like that negativity against Julian was like Townie's trying to get an easy lynch, or a Mafia trying to get an easy lynch across.
Well, I think Jason also said something, but then he went back in his defense and said that he agreed.
It was Jason and Unctious who originally went after me.
Yeah, but then Jason went back and said that he.
Unctious, not Unctious. Sorry, Drazik, not Unctious.
Right now, I have Drazik, Thunder Toss, and Mango as my Mafia.
I'm super suspicious of Thunder Toss.
I am town on Julian.
Who is centered around the negativity?
Well, Kimball's dead.
Say that. Who was talking?
So
Me.
if Julian,
they knew who was telling.
Look. I don't necessarily like if T-Toss is Mafia. It makes me less suspicious of Mango, and vice versa. They disagreed with something right in the beginning, putting pressure on kind of each other. You guys remember that day one, where they talked about the cop coming out?
I don't think you can read a whole lot into a disagreement on a small argument.
Well, I'm just pointing it out, okay? So we don't have to go for it, but just remember, it's in mind.
I'm still not sure why Mango isn't saying anything. I don't get it.
Did Mango want to kill Julian earlier?
I like Mango being aggressive, and I don't.
Mango, Unctious, Drazik, and T-Toss were the ones that wanted to vote for Phil. I think Unctious is safe because T-Toss wanted to go for him as well.
T-Toss didn't vote for me. I thought Shindigs did.
No, I definitely voted for you.
No, T-Toss voted for you. Shindigs called the formal, didn't vote.
Thunder Toss voted for him. I think Unctious didn't run that show.
Why is Jason with an I?
T-Toss, I think you're an extremely strong town, and I think we can all agree with that. And we like it when you obviously like control the conversation. It worked well last game.
Right.
And
All you do is drop
there's a couple things.
Let me count the number of knowledge bombs you've dropped.
Why are you not doing this right now? Give me some knowledge, bro. Give me some meta.
So actually, I was doing it because I wanted to see who would step up. Because normally, if I don't talk, then Mango or Shindig speaks up. And it was really weird to me that Shindig's didn't outburst instead of. I mean, because obviously he likes to kill people, and that's like kind of his new meta thing. But to have that happen all at once, where he just blows up about two people versus persistently trying to get that kill, is really strange to me. And then he just shut up about it 2 seconds later when we were talking to Rob, and wasn't like, "Oh, I don't care what you say." And again, that's also suspicious because it's in town's best interest to hear from people. I mean, it's not like we were getting distracted. It's somebody we hadn't heard from before at all.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, that person was Jason, who's town, obviously. So, I mean, it's usually a Mafia play to ignore.
Wait. Why is Jason
town? Obviously, yeah.
He's talking about Kimball. He's talking about
Kimball.
Oh, Kimball.
Yeah, he means Kimball. Yeah.
Yeah, but so like normally the play is you say, okay, I don't want to hear what you have to say if it's a fellow Mafia person, so that you can get the suspicion off of them. And so that was really suspicious to me.
So I'll speak because someone brought me up. I think it was Eric, but I think Thundertoss is actually suspicious for putting suspicion on Shindig's, because I think Shindig's behavior last round was totally within his range. I mean, you could tell he was getting more and more frustrated, and
even if that's within his range, why would that even make me Mafia? I mean, clearly I should be suspicious of him for that.
You're a good enough player to pick that up, and the fact that you think that's Mafia play from Shindig.
It is Mafia play to just go after two people. Like,
seriously,
suspicious on them, but
then not
consider anybody else.
Let's talk about
hear from the people who were silent.
I think either T-Toss or Mango's Mafia. One of the two is Mafia. I don't know.
I trust Shindig so hard right now.
Hold on, let's not confuse like not pro town play with you think he's Mafia, because you might think like his play wasn't in the best interest of town, but that doesn't make him Mafia, because Shindig plays like that all the time.
And by principle, I'm gonna go after anybody that's making stupid town moves, and that includes Phil and Shindig.
Unctious, did you say that you were on Tim's side?
I'm on Tim's side, because it doesn't make sense that he would have formaled Phil, saw that it seemed like there might have been a group large enough to have killed him, and then not voted at all. Didn't make sense to me. And then what he said was, I don't want to formal him anymore, let's go after Eric. And then I don't know, it doesn't seem Mafia to me. Like,
unless that person is Mafia.
How many levels are we going?
No. If you think that you have a group large enough to get a kill, but that person is on your team, then you don't kill him.
But no. But he was the one who formaled him. Like I trust Tim. Bottom line, I think that Tim is town. I think Tim is more town than you are, Thundertoss. I would vote you off any day right now. over Tim.
That's a
if I had to
terrible
choose between
move,
two
like-
of you, I would choose
Why?
you so hard.
Why did you vote late, Thunder Toss?
Because I figured we should get a kill, even though I wanted to go hear
Dude, there were
from
already
Drazik.
like there were hands going
Dude,
up.
here's why I really disagree. Let's stop hearing from fucking everyone. I don't want everyone's fucking life story. Let's kill. Okay? If you think that's Mafia, I'm sorry. But last game, we were going around literally twice. Okay? I knew everyone's life story and their ancestry and their ethnicity. Like, I give a shit, all right? The only shit I give is, are they town, are they helping town, or are they Mafia? I got none of that information, okay? Maybe you got a lot of who would kill Carlton. Newsflash, I would kill Carlton in an instant. Not even playing Mafia.
Carlton.
I'm sorry, okay? Everyone will kill Carlton. I'm sorry. Everyone will kill who dies.
Completely
not.
Guys, we're getting caught back in the sub-meta theory. I really just want to get.
I'm
folks
not
back
talking
on
about
people.
sub-meta theory
It's
anymore.
not
I'm
even
talking about
sub-meta
taking access
theory.
to
It's
town.
people not willing to look at actual evidence and like
Okay,
still
who would
arguing
kill
that
Kimball? I
me
think
bringing
Jason
up
would have killed
something.
Kimball.
Like,
I mean, two
obviously, the
people-
people that are going to delay town are the Mafia that are going to hang on something that's correct, not the
Julian
person who
is
says it
Julian
was
is
right.
hand up, so I want to give him the floor.
I want to hear from MLG Ryan. I mean, he's been
Me
sort
too.
of at the beginning of the first round. He was playing goofy, and then he got serious, and then I haven't heard from him since. I've heard like little it's announced, but not really anything other than that.
And Drazik and new guy.
Okay, let's hear from me first.
And Alan.
He dropped. He's not here.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Alan.
Well, get him back. It's not like
He always does that though.
Anyway, MLG Ryan. I
Okay.
like your voice.
I'm glad, man. So I began building a couple of circles. One circle is my circle of town. The other circle that I've started creating is it's basically called They Both Can't Possibly Be Mafia at the Same Time. And then I have people who I am suspicious of as Mafia.
Let's hear it.
I want to talk about who I think is Mafia the most right now. The biggest person I am looking at is Titas. So here's what I think about Titas. Usually, in all of our games ever, Mango steps up first, and if he doesn't, Titas does. And the fact that Mango's been quiet, like Mango does get quiet sometimes, but usually Titas picks up the slack if he doesn't. He just seems really, really sketchy to me right now. I'm not going to completely reveal my circle of trust or circle of both can't be Mafia right now, but I will talk about it.
You can reveal your circle of both can't be Mafia. That's perfectly
Yeah,
valid.
that's good information.
Okay, sure. Both can't be Mafia. What I have is Tim and Julian.
Who?
Tim
and Julian?
and Shindigs.
Shindigs and Julian.
I don't think are both
Okay.
Mafia. Eric and Mango, I don't think are both Mafia.
Okay.
Mango and Phil, I think are both not Mafia. Eric and Phil and Julian.
Okay.
Why Eric and Phil? I was the one that supported him.
I think you both can't be Mafia.
so if one
One
is
is,
Mafia
one
and
is.
the other cannot. Yeah.
Or
You-
both down.
Supported him.
Yeah, you could both be town. You could both be town, but I think you're both not Mafia.
What if they're both Mafia and I supported him to save him?
Well, then you
Why would
pulled
you-
a sweet meta play.
He's
This
not
is just
call-
my
he's not
circle.
calling you Mafia. He's saying that both of you guys can't.
These
be
are his
Mafia.
reads. I mean, he's allowed to have his reads.
He's saying that you're not Mafia together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
He's not calling you Mafia.
So
He's like
that's-
saying if Phil's Mafia,
Ryan,
then
we
Eric
really
can be
need to
Mafia.
hear your circle of town, man, because
I think what
I
I've
think
given
that-
is sufficient enough to let you guys know that I
Yeah,
am
I
a
don't
town
think-
player.
Well,
So
I mean,
it's
so
better
I
than
my
don't
mine.
know
name,
why.
my name didn't come up one time, and
So
town-
Ryan, I don't know why you're hiding your town circle because it's not like you're cop or something, right? So it's not like you're like outing confirmed town or something.
I mean,
So
maybe
why not
he
just
is.
say-
Well, he's not confirmed cop.
It's
so it
just
doesn't
why would
matter.
you even?
Yeah, like
See,
Why
here's
would
the
you guys
thing:
even
if
bring this
I
up?
if I release a circle of trust as town, right, then the Mafia knows if I'm right or not, but the town doesn't. So I feel like it's not a great move to do until later on.
I do it all the time, and so does everyone else. Like, I don't,
That's a style thing. It's not a one way is better than the other. I don't.
Okay.
I'm not sure that he should
Alright,
just.
I don't
cut
wanna-
it
everybody.
really matters.
So let's drop that because this is the part where we can get derailed. It's like, oh, one way's better than the other. I don't care. Let's just drop it. So if he's not going to do it,
You guys thought I was
Keep
being
going.
quiet. I've been taking notes. That's why I've been quiet. You've heard a lot from me, not everything, but
Wait, how do you feel about Julian? Like Mafia town? Have no idea.
Julian is tough to say. My leaning is Mafia if I had to pick one or the other, but my biggest leaning is T-Toss.
Okay, do you want me to go next?
Or T-Toss, what's your thoughts about Julian?
Honestly, I don't know.
How often do you think about each other? Like,
I mean, unlike
okay, Julian, what are your thoughts about T-Toss?
I think he's probably the most attractive person here. No, I think there's I think there's too much of a battle going straight to T-Toss. I think we're not looking at the right people.
I agree with that.
I'm down. Okay, I'm down to vote off Sachi right now.
No, don't vote me off. I want to say what I have to say.
Or are you just going to interrupt me every time I talk to him?
Huh?
I mean, like every time I try and give a.
What? Sorry, no, I apologize. Okay. Sorry.
I think
we Twitch bros.
Talk, and then I want to hear from Drazik.
I think that we're not. Drazik was a big point on a lot of people, and Tim is a big person who says like, okay, we're getting way too off topic, and that's one of the topics that we got off of was Drazik. And I'm not trying to put anything on him. I'm just saying we haven't heard from him like pretty much the entire game.
I'm with you on that for once, come over. I think there is a little bit too much accusation towards Thundertoss. He's on my radar, but he's not number one on my radar. I still have Phil on my radar, to be honest, and kind of given up on him. I mean, we failed to vote on him yesterday, but that doesn't mean he isn't Mafia.
I will say, while I don't think Phil is necessarily Mafia, on my list of both can't be Mafia, Phil's name shows up more than anybody's. So he is against the most people, from what I've seen.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit suspicious of the new guy. He clammed up today. He kept talking towards the end of yesterday, but he is definitely clammed up. I don't know if it's because he hasn't had an opportunity to speak, because there have been so many direct accusations, or if it's because he just hasn't had anything to say, or if he's afraid to say something.
Well, who's your safe reads right now?
My safe reads? Maybe Tim and Rybo. Tim's, I think, had the most good things to say about what we should be doing. I think he's been on topic, and I think Rybo has been the same as he always is, and I think he doesn't act that way when he's Mafia. At least I've noticed he acts a little bit differently. I think he's a little bit less aggressive than the last game, but I think he just wanted to get going last game more than other people. I'm still a little bit suspicious of Comeover, but that's because it's Julia. And
I think we're gonna hear from the new guy, right?
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I was just waiting my turn. So I wanted to go back. I don't know if this is a good thing to say to go back, but like the thing between Tim and T-Toss, it was kind of like T-Toss was saying Tim was making a bad play, but I think Tim was trying to steer the town to make a good move, right? Like choose between Eric and Julian. I thought that was like the best way to go at the time. Like we were obviously first day was going to be really long anyways, but it was extra long, I thought. And then Tim was trying to like make the town move forward, pick between the two that are the most suspicious at the time, which was Eric and Julian, and everyone was talking about them anyways, so you might as well make a decision, right? So I don't think that that's a Mafia move, right? And that's what T-Toss was trying to say at that time. Other than that, I think Ryan did a good job with his defense and like saying the reads he has, but I also agree that saying his town reads wouldn't be detrimental to town, right? Like it'd be good information. The more information, the better, right? So if he could say his Mafia reads, his town reads, and then I really like the one is Mafia, one's not Mafia thing, because I think it's good to hear the links, right? Like you want to hear where the circles are, who's talking about who's teamed up with who's against each other, because that gives you a lot of information that you need to make the right read.
Well, who's your safe reads right now?
My safe reads.
Who's your Mafia reads?
Okay. I think, like I just said, I think Ryan did a good job there. I think Tim's safe with trying to lead the town. Mafia reads only based on the argument between T-Toss and Tim, where I'm siding with Tim. I would say T-Toss is suspicious. Other than that, there's a lot of quiet people. I don't know if that's Silent Town, Silent Mafia trying to get under the radar, but that would be Unctuous, definitely. Rybo hasn't really said much this round, and Rob.
If I'm under the radar, I think we've heard from most people. I want a formal T-Toss. I don't want to fuck with this anymore. I think T-Toss is Mafia. I think he's our best lynch right now. Everyone has said, well, the people that we've asked about it have said that T-Toss is a good read. I want to kill him.
Okay. So I was going to call a formal on him if you weren't, so that's good.
I want to say I'm not going to vote on T-Toss this round.
T-Toss defense.
I'm cop.
Does anyone else want to say their cop before we...
Who you check?
Okay.
What did you check?
I checked Carlton first night, and he was town, and I'm okay to say that because he died first night. And the second night, I checked a town person as well.
That's inconsistent. I'll tell you why that's inconsistent. If you don't think that Carlton is a good... Or if you think that he's a stronger late game player than he is an early game player, why would you check him first
no,
thing?
It lines up with what he's been saying about Carlton, actually.
How so? I think you're not trying to lynch him first round.
Die first night.
Name the second town person right now.
So he was spending so much time saying we should figure out what killed Carlton because he's saying it wasn't like a likely first night kill. So it makes sense that he would check him, right?
I don't think that he's the person that you want to check to see if he's Mafia, because whether he's Mafia or not early game, like super like first round, whether he's Mafia or not, he's not going to be contributing that much. He's quiet. You want to get rid of the Mafia players that are going to be super strong right then and there. You don't want Mafia to have a chance to come out on top. It doesn't
I'm going to cut
sense.
this conversation because neither of you will agree on this. So let's move forward.
I mean, if a cop is not coming out, we can't vote him out anyway. So you have to rescind.
Right.
Yeah. Unless another cop's about to come out, I have to rescind.
I was about to say, I think it has to be either T-Toss or Mango is Mafia, one of them. I think if T-Toss is not, we look at Mango. I think we need to look at him.
I agree.
Well, I mean, then I have to say, even though it's somewhat unlikely because only Kimball and Carlton died, right? Then Thundertoss has to be fake cop. I mean, that's going to be my defense. If you're trying to vote me off, and you're saying it has to be one of us, then he's fake cop. I'm just going to say that right now. Because I'm town.
Why does that make me fake cop?
Because Ryan's saying
between they're saying it's definitely one of us, so I'm going to say that you're fake cop.
Why would you care what he says? Why would you care what he says? Why would you think that he's correct and potentially have us killed no cop?
I don't want to hear anymore. I have my Mango vote.
I formal Mango.
No, there's still a formal on you. It has to be rescinded first.
I rescinded that, but I'm also not voting
for Mango.
Why aren't you voting for Mango?
I don't think that. Why do they both? Why is it
can I say this, Can I say this to you then? Mango hasn't really been participating in anything other than saying, "Okay, I'm just," other than listening. He hasn't really been saying anything else.
Mango's a good enough player that he should realize that Unctuous can be wrong without me being fake cop. I mean, he clearly should understand by the number of kills that we have and the round it is that I wouldn't fake cop here.
So I made the statement. I made the statement because didn't Ryan call the formal on me right now?
If you jump on me when someone else says that it can't be
voted. So listen.
Ryan said that
the reason why I'm coming out and saying you're a fake cop is because MLG Ryan is the one that called the formal on me, and he's like convinced that one of us has to be Mafia. So I'm trying to like.
Why wouldn't you just assume that he's wrong? Like, why would you even think that I was fake cop? Like, what have I done? What have I done that would point to fake cop? If I was gonna fake cop, I would have already done it and pointed out a town. I only have.
Hey, T-Toss. Here, I want to say this. T-Toss.
So let me defend myself.
I'm
What?
on your side, but I don't want to, because I agree with you. So I don't think anyone wants to hear more of what Titos has to say about the fake cop.
I just want to make sure everybody else on town understands so that they vote correctly. Because there's no
I just
point
want
in
to hear
me
Mango
faking
because
cop
what Mango
here.
is saying is new. What Mango is saying is new.
All right, so I was gonna call a formal on Thunder Toss anyway because just the fact that everyone in the game is suspicious of him, right? Like literally, like everyone. I don't think anyone was really defending him. So I was like, why are we not voting this guy off? You know, he's like wasting so much time arguing like little points. I mean, you would not like let go of like little things. You were like really dragging the rounds out.
Like
and
what?
I don't know why, but
like what?
Like the entire argument with him, and just right now, like I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna vote you off.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not sure I understand yet why it has to be one or the other. Like,
it doesn't.
So also,
it doesn't. That's the whole
no,
thing.
so
That's
also,
him to assume that it has
so
to be one or
listen.
the other means that he's got to be Mafia making a play. Otherwise, he would just assume that someone is wrong, aka you're
No,
wrong.
so
To say
listen,
they can only be one of us.
There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm doing this, right? Because, well, number one, I was suspicious of you to begin with, right? And number two, I really think MLG Ryan is town. Like just the fact that he would even think and be able to produce on the spot the whole thing with like, you know, this person can be Mafia, but not this person as well, right? Like automatically that's town thinking, right? So I'm gonna believe him over anything that you say, even though you claim cop. I mean, I have a feeling that you thought you're really going to get lynched, so you made a bold move. I think it's very likely.
This is a pretty bold move too. Say he's fake cop.
Honestly, I do that all the time. Like last time I fake claimed as cop, even though I like messed it up, I did it when only 2 people were dead. So
you did it when 3 people were dead, so you messed it up again.
That was a different setup. Yeah.
No.
Well, I thought only 2 people were dead.
Okay. Here's why Mango's gonna get my vote is because I completely agree that there's no reason why it could be, you know, there's no, okay, Mango can be town and like Titos can be fake, can be real cop. There's no reason why if he's town, he's automatically fake cop. So I'm just gonna have to punish that. Like it got away from me last game and I'm sorry if this is actually gonna happen, but it's gonna get punished.
Out of here.
All right, well, you guys are making a huge mistake then.
Okay.
No, we're not.
BRB
I already
chat.
explained everything that town needs to know. If I was gonna fake cop, I would have pointed somebody out because even if I was Mafia, I would have immediately had to say, you know, someone else is Mafia, right?
Whatever. I
To
mean,
guarantee
you guys
another
are seriously
The
making a
only
big
thing I'm
mistake.
gonna bring up,
Right after I said,
I just want to make
I only
one
have
point
towns,
before
it's
we
like
kill
so
Mango.
dumb.
Is that just one thing that Mango brought up is that Thundertoss wasn't being the best townie, which he has been in other games. I think Thundertoss is probably 100% real cop because Thundertoss didn't want to be a good town target for Mafia to kill at night.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Like,
so can
that's
I
what
hear
makes
from
sense to me.
Ryan? Because
I don't love how Titos came out so early saying cop. Like I would have liked.
We were about
Yeah,
to
he
kill
didn't
him.
even try and defend. Yeah, but he didn't even try and defend.
I'm
All
not
he said,
I'm
like,
not
right
saying
away.
he's not cop. I just didn't like the play. Okay, like
It's a good play actually, and I want to.
But he could have tried to
immediately?
defend himself first, right?
Immediately.
It doesn't matter.
We'll talk about
it
that
is
shit
partially
on
the
the
point that
So,
Mango brought up.
formal
Is that we have a
statement
medic.
I wanna hear from Ryan because he's
Well,
the one
No,
that.
we're formaling
There's still a
you.
formal. There's still
There's still a
We're
formal.
not
Well,
hearing
so
from
as
anybody
part of my
else
defense,
that kind of
can I hear from
defense.
Ryan?
I want to see the vote on Mango right now.
I mean,
I wanna
I don't mind talking.
Dude, what the hell? I mean, let me talk.
You're formal. You already talked. You have a defense.
Yeah, this is part of my defense. I mean, you guys went on and on about other shit, so why can't I defend myself?
You're allowed to
This is
defend
self-
yourself. Please defend.
All right, so the whole reasoning behind you guys thinking I'm Mafia now is because I'm not taking under the assumption that Ryan is wrong, right? But to me, Ryan is like 100% town, and Thundertoss was super suspicious, right? So I want to hear from Ryan on what he thinks. Does he still think both of us have to be Mafia? I mean, one of us has to be Mafia.
I will be honest. I believe Titos when he came out. He said it really chill, really calm. He just
No,
goes.
that's not what I'm asking, though. I'm asking, do you still think one of us has to be Mafia? Just because we've been against each other the whole game doesn't mean we have to be Mafia. We could just
That's
be
not even
both
what he
towns.
said. His list was these two people can't be Mafia at the same time.
Right. So the reason I said I think one of you two has to be Mafia is because neither of you were leading discussion. That was my sole basis for why I thought one of you two had to be Mafia. And now that T-Toss has come out as cop, I still want to go with my gut read and I would probably vote for you, Mango.
All right, that's
what
really
you're saying.
shitty.
Like, even if he's
I
town,
mean,
he's
the shitty
Like,
thing is, like, I
jumping on a fake
understand.
cop is just so Mafia play.
The shitty thing is, I understand why you guys are voting for me, but as town, I just have to defend myself like as vigorously as I can because you guys are making a really bad play right now. And
you're the one who made the bad play.
No,
Thundertoss,
you
shut the
outed me
fuck
as a
up.
fake cop. I didn't say anything about you.
Thundertoss, seriously,
Let him defend himself.
So Thundertoss, that's what I'm saying. Like maybe I played really shitty, not thinking not saying right away that Ryan was wrong, right? So I'm saying that right now because it's really important that you guys don't vote me out. I'm seriously town, so. I mean, honestly, every single time that like people have outed me as Mafia, like to be honest, I've like essentially given up. Like I'll just go quietly for most times. But I'm saying I'm really town, and it would be an incredible waste right now to vote me off.
Why were you not more leading in discussions?
Because everyone was talking over each other like crazy. I mean, this is a thing that we tell newbies not to say, right? Like, don't make that as an excuse, right? But literally, like, this game is the worst I've ever seen, like, as far as, like, people talking over each other. And part of that was Thundertoss, like, arguing all the time. Like, once he, like, latches onto a point, he will never give up. And he just, like, constantly talks over people. And I didn't want to get involved, so that's just me.
So, does anyone want to rescind their formal on Mango?
No.
Okay, does anyone else have anything to say on Mango's behalf?
I'm just like not totally convinced, but I don't know what our best lynch would be.
I don't give a shit. Let's do some
anyone
voting.
Have anything they want to say against Mango?
I'm locked and loaded.
Okay, voting in 3, 2, 1. Mango vote. Oh, Mango is dead. Deadsies. Everyone go to sleep. And we'll be right back with more Mafia as soon as people figure out what they're doing. Okay, we're just waiting for people to get back from the bathroom. Okay, I think everyone is back. Let me just double check, actually. Hold on. Okay. Everyone wakes up except for Rybo. Rybo is dead.
Drazik is Mafia.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Yes, I've been thinking that the entire fucking game.
I called him out like a million times.
I'm fucking dead on.
He's
I'm
been
dead
Formal
on.
Drazik.
Wait a minute.
I think he just waved goodbye
I
and killed
think
himself.
he's not making the defense.
He just left, yeah. So
Yeah.
Dude.
What?
Dude,
So should we vote for him anyway and make it official?
There's
Oh,
a Miller,
oh,
man.
No. Let him. Let him.
No,
get his
he's-
defense.
no, he
just-
turned
he
on
made
this
his
video.
defense.
He outed him. He just outed himself basically.
His defense was turning his camera off.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
He's
Okay. I didn't
like-
realize. Okay.
He
Voting in
suicided.
3, 2, 1. Dead.
Do we don't get to discuss? Okay. Good night.
No, he killed himself.
What?
Everyone go to sleep. That was fast. That was super fast. It was the fastest thing I've ever seen.
What she said.
He's
Shout
the
out.
fastest kid alive.
Someone get this on a speed demos archive.
Shh. We're just waiting on some people to finish. Okay, everybody wake up. Everybody.
Boom.
Yeah.
We win.
Yeah.
Hey, Thunder Toss is confirmed cop. Sweet.
Yep.
Dirty.
All right. At this point, do we have enough for him to tell his towns?
Well, he knows. He knows. So he's smart enough to know.
So lead the direction. Go ahead, dude.
Well, he can't. So here's the thing. Here's how it works: is if he checked the cop last night, or sorry, if he checks the townsperson last night, right?
Which he obviously did.
Yeah, which he obviously he's not going to come out.
Right.
So he's not going to come out and list. The only one person he got was Drazik. So he's going to list. He can't list all the townsperson and give Mafia their targets. So he knows who he's going to check. We could go to sleep, or we could formal someone, and he could just give us the nod. I have a couple notes that I feel comfortable sharing now.
Well, Tim, before you do that, Tim,
Okay.
we get one free check tonight because they're going to have to go for somebody else because obviously the medic's alive. So we're going to get at least one more read from him. So,
but we can't say it. I mean, like,
no, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I think T-Toss should just pick somebody right now that he's suspicious of, and we just go with it. Just fucking roll.
Okay.
I'll listen to Tim's notes. We'll see.
Okay.
Do you want to
You
risk?
should decide if you want to sleep, though. I mean, I don't know if the numbers check out.
No sleeping. No sleeping.
Well, there's
No,
10
you don't
people
sleep
left,
yet.
right?
There's not
I
a
don't
big
wanna
You don't want to
sleep.
sleep because we're just accumulating more confirmed talent this way.
Yeah, hold on. So here's what I note is when Draxlick died last night, it kind of confirmed. I was actually suspicious of. Okay, this sounds like 2020 vision, but in my notes I was pretty suspicious of Drazik because every time he defended, he said really obvious stuff that like, you know, okay, obviously T-Toss was suspicious, but the way he was saying it didn't give me the good town vibe. It kind of was like,
oh,
you know, all that kind of stuff. The other person who kind of did that was sort of Ryan, but I'm not 100% confirmed he's Mafia or even suspicious. But here's what I have written down when he was giving me the defense. So the context has changed between when Ryan first started talking with his list and now. But this is what it says. He's calling T-Toss out, which was obvious, but you know that's a hard. So I had to make a meta read. Is that too obvious, or is that okay obvious for Ryan? He says T-Toss steps up when Mango is quiet, which is fine, and then he says Mango is quiet, which is I wrote down he said Mango is quiet, and that's kind of normal, which I was like kind of disagreed with. So there were things MLG Ryan was saying that was like okay, kind of obvious, but I'll let it slide. So that's okay. He also not revealed Circle of Trust, which is like kind of there for me. I was like, it could be meta, could be not, but I let it slide. And that's actually kind of what I have. Drazik felt obvious. One last thing, and this is actually the last thing I have that's valuable. Everyone else has said. Alan was just pressuring the new guy, and that's pretty much it. That's the only note I took down. I could be wrong between the time.
That's not true. I was saying it was Drazik like the entire time.
That's fine.
Alan was on Drazik. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I got.
I have notes too. At the beginning, Drazik was extremely suspicious of Julian and Phil without any base, without any provoking of him. He just came outright and said it. So it makes me feel like they're more of.
Wait, he was against me and who else?
And Julian. He's the one who initially started the whole shitstorm against Julian. He was one of the two that egged it on.
Right.
Him, Jason, and Mango.
I think right now our Mafia is between Unctious, Rob, Alan, and the new guy. So
I'm okay with
if Thunder Toss has notes. If Thunder Toss has additional information, I think we can roll with one of those four based on what he has.
I want to kill Rob off gut.
Okay.
I did too.
Okay, I'm formal Rob.
I'm not sure if Unctious wants to go. Not anyway. I'll just start giving defense.
Fine.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So
I'm just gonna do Rob.
No, I don't blame you at all. At this point, I think there really hasn't been too much. I was on the chopping block at the beginning. I'm not sure at this point where I could. I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase this. Is that last round I was very quiet, especially when we had the issue of cop versus fake cop, because not that I believe T-Toss, but I wanted to monitor that situation because whoever was going to get cleared in that situation was going to be the leader for the rest of the game. So there was a lot of weight and importance in that decision. I liked a lot what Ryan was saying, even though he didn't exactly give out his town circle. I think he did a lot of important emphasis on pinging different people and showing pillars of people relying or people who could not both simultaneously be Mafia. The new guy I'm still suspicious of. I think we've let him off go way too easy. At this point, Julian, I'm kind of on the line with him only because there was so much unfounded negativity towards him at the beginning. I don't get why that happened, but I don't have anything from him which would make me feel like he is town.
How do you feel about Unctious?
Unctious has been less aggro. I remember once or twice he was calling out formals and he was trying to ping people, but I don't inherently think that he's given me flags in either direction. That's how I kind of honestly feel. For Alan, I think he's been good. He's been quiet, but I think the things he's been saying have been spot on.
I think it's either Rob or Unctious, one of the two.
Unctious?
I think I've been doing a good job so far. I think I've been more quiet than usual. I think you were the best formal I've ever made as far as I've ever played Mafia. I think it was a good call, and I'm gonna hold to the fact that I think it was a good call to do, despite the fact that we now know that you're cop. I think
that's fair.
If I had to kind of call people out, I think what's weird is that Eric was so quiet for so long, and then kind of right when daytime happened, all of a sudden he was like, "I know all the answers. Time to start talking," and he kind of came out of nowhere with it. He came out super aggro without any straight up reason to, which I think is a little bit suspicious.
The reason I did that is because now I have information, and I'm able to compare my notes to the information that I have. Whereas in the first round, it was a complete clusterfuck.
New guy's been quiet for a while. I think Alan's kind of a town read for me. I think I'm still. I'm less convinced that Tim is town than I was, but I'm going to go with my gut and say that he's town too.
Okay, so there's still a formal on Rob, but I'm willing to talk if I'm allowed to. I don't know what to.
I would rather the issue be settled with us because we have this issue of where people start doing formals and we start going meta, talking around each other within one formal, and then we just get ourselves further divided. I'd rather just vote and decide on me, and then see if it's even warranted. You have to defend yourself.
I would kill both Rob and Unctious for defending me, in case.
I agree.
I would like to say in defense of Rob, I don't think it's Rob. I think it's more Unctious than Rob. I think
I don't
right
think
now it's
Rob
between.
either.
Flip a fucking coin. I don't care.
I don't think really need danger of losing. So
hey, town. Okay. So everyone who's town, Mafia listen to whoever we formal, we kind of need everyone's votes. At this point, we just need to chop them.
Thunder Toss, who do you want to go with?
I think it's probably a good idea to rescind on Rob for now, at least. We've only been 10, 15 minutes.
I want Thundertoss to
I
call
like
the
Tim's
formal,
play though. Like,
whoever it is.
agree or disagree about my position of being town. I like the idea of Tim concentrating this power because ultimately I do feel like we get in these looped circles and it does more of a disservice than good. I think you have a cop which is guaranteed, which has some safety net at the moment. So I think maybe it changes a little bit where he gets to lead the discussion. But at the end of the day, I don't think I'm not. I understand why you'd want to just vote on me and get over with, but unless T-Toss.
I mean, as long as Thundertoss doesn't think we're in any danger of losing, does it really matter?
Like, you might even just
we could easily be in danger of losing. I mean, we only had one confirmed Mafia. And
I feel like it was actually
Mango.
I actually feel like Mango was Mafia.
I'm saying we only had one confirmed.
I know. Okay, so let's.
So the worst case scenario is there's 3 left.
That Mango jump. I assume that there are 2, but it's a possibility of 3.
I'm gonna go play with 2. So let's just do this.
Do we have
yeah.
Right. Even in the worst case, like there's only 2 ranges.
Yeah.
Wait.
What's your read on this noise right here?
I'm not sure about you, but
I haven't heard anything from Ryan this round. I'd like to hear something from him.
No, I'm willing to vote on Rob, Unctuous, or New Guy.
All right, so the formal's not me. The cop's willing to vote on me. I mean, at this point, I feel like you're doing more of a disservice.
Are you going to defend yourself or not?
No, I just did defend myself.
He just did. You weren't listening.
I'm saying, are you willing to die, or
no? I'm
how
not saying
much
I'm
do you
willing to
think it's
die.
into the
No, I
others?
very much stood up for myself and made my defense, and I said that we need to go to your alliance as the cop and as the person who knows there's a certain confirmed town in this circle in the game left. We had to go a lot based off your judgment, and you had a safety net of at least 1 round because you were just saved the night before. That's what I made the point of. So
of the
after
3
I
people I
said
just
that,
mentioned,
I just put my trust in your hands. Right. So out of people that I like to kill right now,
for you, it's between Unctuous or New Guy.
Unctuous, New Guy are the 2 that I'm thinking right now. That's
of the 2, which would you like to kill?
New Guy.
I would not want to kill the New Guy.
I do.
I want to talk, but
I've been putting points on him since like the first stage.
Like I think the
If
formal
somebody rescind the
needs to
formal,
be.
and I'll formal one of the 3 after we hear from all of them.
Guys, I think Rob is the safest kill right now because even if he's town, he wants to die. That kind of means that he might not be.
I did not want to die. I explicitly said we need to put our trust in the cop who's going to be guaranteed around for another round. I made my defense as me defending my position of town mafia. And then I said at the end, people started talking over and getting off the subject of me, and people started talking about, what do you feel about this? What does X feel about Y? And it was completely unrelated to me. I was saying that we need to be focused and just decide on me or rescind and have a general discussion. I think having a formal on me and then getting through like a circle of talking twice about the issue is inefficient. So I wasn't throwing my
like I said, let's just rescind the formal on Rob for a second so I can hear from New Guy. And we'll vote on one of the 3.
I want to hear this real quick, but I'm Vanilla Town. I'm willing to take the bullet right now.
Okay,
That's
has
a
anyone
stupid thing to
rescinded
say.
on
You're
Rob?
not even in the
Why
room.
would you say that?
Yes, moderator talking. Shut the
I wanna
fuck
go
up.
through something
Hey,
safe right now.
moderator talking. Has anyone rescinded on Rob? No. Okay.
No, it's Tim's formal.
All right. So Tim, you haven't rescinded on Rob?
Tim, I want to ask one more thing.
No.
If I rescind on Rob,
you currently have not rescinded.
yes, but I want to say one thing. If I rescind, the next person we formal, we kill. I will not, even if it's Thunder Toss.
No, we're just talking about Rob. Does anyone have anything to say in his defense?
No, I just want to hear from New Guy first before we vote.
Okay, anyone have anything to say against him?
Tim, just take it back and let Thunder Toss make the formal.
Are you rescinding? Shindigs?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, rescinded.
Okay, New Guy, talk.
Okay, so I think, like I was saying, I don't think it's Rob. I think Rob made a good defense. I think even though Tim's really set on his moves right now, I think he's down, like I said earlier, about the Eric and
All I want to
Julian
hear
thing.
is between you, Unctuous, and Rob.
Well, I think it's Unctuous then, because I don't think it's Rob. I was going to say Unctuous or Alan, to be honest. And then also, Julian had the heat in day 1, and then nothing after that.
What pro mafia moves have you seen me making that makes you say? I'm asking him. I'm specifically asking New Guy. I'm not asking other people quite yet.
I don't think it's as much pro mafia moves as it's just been like kind of. I've been trying to spot people trying to maybe like fly under the radar, so that's why. And then T-Toss asked me between you or Rob, and I think Rob's more town than you are, so I would pick you. And then I think out of everyone left, I think you are suspicious. That's not saying you're mafia. And then I think Alan is also suspicious, and I would vote Alan before you out of those 2.
Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
All right, all the three people that we have on the grill right now, I don't think any of them have made really pro Mafia plays. I'll say that Rob has made a. I would say it was out of those three that I had to pick one town, it would be Rob, and then I would say the new guy, or I would say Unctious after him. So I would say the new guy is probably our best bet because just thinking about like how a Mafia would play. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I mean, since we're all going to vote anyway, well, how do the rest of you feel as to who we should vote for?
I'm always suspicious of Rob. I'd rather not. I mean, not that my opinion matters. I'm on the grill too, but I'm always more suspicious. I'm always suspicious of Rob, but I'm more suspicious of Rob right now than I am of New Guy. But I think New Guy's
Phil,
a good list as
Eric,
well.
and Alan, who are your top choices to vote for out of
Right now, might kill the medic.
Jordan and New Guy?
Not Rob. I believed his defense. The other two I don't know, so both of them.
Eric?
Unctious just isn't bringing that fire like he normally does when he's like being grilled.
Alan?
I mean, I'm not really
my first choice.
There's three of
would be
us.
New Guy,
I'm
and
not
my
completely
second
on the
choice
grill
would be
yet.
Rob.
I don't need to be in panic mode right now. We're not about to lose a game.
Ryan?
I would throw a vote behind either Unctious or Rob. Either one's fine with me.
Tim, how do you feel?
I kind of agree with that, but for just consistency's sake, I'll stick with Rob. But I would do either.
T-Toss, just make the call, dude. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll formal Rob.
Formal on Rob.
Okay.
Defense.
I'm not voting for Rob.
I mean,
no, we're all voting. Come on.
No. We're gonna make this nice.
I mean, he
smooth
can defend, it
process. You
doesn't
guys are gonna
matter.
be quiet.
So-
You're gonna let him defend themselves.
all right. So for things that have recently evolved since I just made my last defense, there really isn't too much new things that I can bring to the table, and I want to respect the time of the game and not ramble on continuously. I'm still suspicious of New Guy. Unctious is on my radar too. As far as everyone else, I don't really. I'm just giving final reads if I get executed. At this point, Tim is not cleared town for me, but he hasn't done anything explicitly anti-Mafia because I like his whole pushing things forward. That's pretty much it. I just gave a defense like within 3 minutes ago, so I don't have much more to say.
Anyone have anything else to say in his defense?
In his defense, I'd rather formal Unctious, but that just
Yeah, I think Rob's down.
Okay.
I think the better play is New Guy.
Okay,
Let's do it.
voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 3. Dead. Let's go to sleep. And while we sleep, we'll take a 2-minute commercial break. See you guys in a moment. There we go. Oh yes, getting all that esports money. We are so rich. Still waiting. Guys, don't worry, just patience. Mafia, please decide on your kill for the love of God. Okay. Everyone, wake up except for Timothy Shindig's Young.
That blows.
So
I think people left. There's 8 people left. How many?
Yeah, 8. And we're saying Drazik was Mafia for sure, and maybe Mango.
Just go down.
Without saying who they are, how many confirmed do you have?
Well, I mean, Drazik was definitely. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Drazik was Mafia.
No, I mean town. I'm talking to Titas.
Did he have enough confirmed? How many confirmed he has? If he has enough to come out.
What's the number?
2.
2 plus you or 2?
2 plus me.
Okay, so 3. And there's 8 people left?
That's not enough yet.
Yes.
Okay, so let me just say
like
this.
Borderline.
Last time, okay, so Titas, if I was Mafia, here's what I'd be thinking. They want to know who you would formal, and if you formal 3 people, then or if you have 3 people that you possibly could formal, then they know that those 3 aren't on your definite town list, right? So I think what we do is just at the end of this round, or when we're going to go ahead, have you formal just 1 person. Don't make it 3, so they can't narrow it down.
I think.
I mean, it's already partially narrowed down.
Two people. If you could.
I mean,
should
we just look at the remaining 2 people from yesterday? So New Guy and Unctuous.
Well, I thought Rob was town, so I didn't vote for him, and I still think Unctuous is.
I think maybe, but also maybe Titas checked one of them. So I think what we do is we just let Titas lead the charge.
Yep,
I agree.
It's gonna be so much easier if I had confirmed checks.
Yeah, I think pick 2 people, and because you got 3 confirmed, right? There's 8 people left, so that leaves 5 people, and just pick 2 people that are unconfirmed and vote on one of them.
I would just pick 1, really, and then unless there's a resounding no, then we just go with it.
Yeah, dude, Thundertoss, just pick somebody. I mean, anybody.
Okay, so actually, I'm just gonna go down through everyone and ask 1 person they want to vote for and 1 person they think is safe, since I know who's safe already.
Okay.
So
you want me to start?
I'm gonna start with just whoever's on my screen. So that's Phil.
Yeah.
Give me 1 person who's safe for you and 1 person you'd vote on.
I assume besides you, but Julian and
don't include
wait, should I give more than 1 or just 1? Well, I already said Julian.
I only need 1.
Okay, Julian safe, and then Unctuous to kill.
Okay, Julian.
New Guy to kill. Alan to save.
Unctuous.
I'm super suspicious of Phil because I feel like he's been quiet. Everyone says that he's like this incredible player and he's been really quiet. But the fear for me is that like I'd be calling out the last opportunity for town to win. Like I don't like Phil seems to be quiet when he has a role, and I don't know if that role is Mafia or if it's Medic or what. And that's why I'm uncomfortable calling him out. But I'm suspicious of him. I would vote for New Guy though. I would say that I think Alan's probably the safest one out of everybody right now.
Eric?
I'm definitely on Unctuous as far as kill. I don't really want to talk about who I want to save.
You have to.
I think out of everybody right now, I have the least suspicion on Ryan Moore.
Okay, Ryan.
Kill Unctuous, save Eric.
New guy.
I think Ryan's safe and Unctuous kill.
Alan.
Kill new guy and Eric is safe. I don't like that he thinks Ryan is safe.
All right, I'm gonna form Unctuous then.
You're formuling Unctuous, is that what you said?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just go
Sell
with
me
it,
Unctuous.
guys.
Are we not? Okay, that's it. I form Unctuous. Now it's my time for defense.
Yes. That's how it
Wonderful. I think we do need to worry about Phil and Julian at this point, at least a little bit. I don't like they have been so far off the grill, and it upsets me that Phil has not said anything, despite the fact that everyone says he's a great player. He's probably said a total of like 4 words at any given time, and I don't think that that's reasonable. I think it would be a huge mistake to kill me. I'm putting that out there. I want to think about the fact that I don't think Jordan's done anything to actually like. I don't think he's done anything to exonerate himself, and I think he's a better kill than me because I think that I'm a more powerful player than he will be as a town. I think that I have the ability to read people better than Jordan does at this point. I think I know you guys better than Jordan does, despite the fact that he's watched the game so far.
You have to sell me, because reads are useless. I'm the only one who's going to do reads from this point on, essentially.
You need me to not die. There, I said I'm medic. Okay, fine. I'm medic. Fuck you. I'm medic. There it is. There in the open.
No one's counterclaiming?
Well,
he's not medic. I'm medic.
Oh, why would you counterclaim? Oh, fuck.
That's fine. Kill Unctuous.
Why would you do that, dude? Oh.
How do you know I counterclaim though? I mean, I'm counterclaiming for sure. I'm medic. We tell you who I saved, whatever you want to know. But I would kill Unctuous right now.
Who did Unctuous want to say?
We kill Unctuous.
Biggest mistake you've ever made, Julian, in your entire life. That was the single moment. That was like the biggest mistake.
We're voting on Unctuous
in the entire world.
Unctuous was already going to be voted off, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're voting on Unctuous.
All right, T-Toss asked me to say counterclaim. Yes, it's number one I counterclaim? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to do what he says. He's running this entire thing.
Well, at least we have one more. Just make sure you save T-Toss. We'll have at least one more confirmed. I think we still win this.
Kill Unctuous.
Yeah, we kill Unctuous. Let's do it.
Voting in 3, 2, 1. Unctuous is dead. Everyone go to sleep. Alright, let's see if I can remember to change the overlay. Who? No. Who is that? Alan? Alan, you go to hell. Werewolf. Waiting on everyone to make their decisions. Okay. Everybody wake up with the exception of Julian.
See you, Phil.
So,
all right, just give us your reads because you're dead next round.
Yeah. No, see you, Phil.
You're dead.
Whoa,
You're dead.
whoa, whoa.
So
Mafia.
That's... Well, I must be the Miller then, because that's not right.
Hey, Thunder Toss, what are all the reads? Because you're gonna die next round.
yeah.
Ryan's safe.
Ryan's safe. Who else? You said yeah too.
Julian was the
probably
other one.
died, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so it's me, Ryan, and T-Toss.
Okay, we should not get
Phil,
hasty
and then
here.
we kill
Then
Jordan, and we win.
you should. No, we can't get hasty like that. If something else is
Why
not
would
right
we
here.
not be hasty? We know who's Mafia.
But you and Eric aren't confirmed yet, according to T-Toss.
No, it's well.
Yeah, look at Alan. Look at Alan grinning right now. Look at him. Look at him.
We win, dude. We win. This game's over. Like.
I said Alan was my second after Unctuous.
Alan's looking mad suspicious right now. I'm just saying.
Ryan, don't fuck this up yet again. You fucked this up last week. Don't do it again. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. You look mad suspicious right now.
I'm gonna play the numbers because that's what I do. I'm gonna assume that Miller is already dead because Mafia doesn't know who Miller is, and at this point in time, I've had so many town checks that, why not?
Yeah, it's obviously possible that Miller's still alive, but numbers say probably not.
You can't take the chance, though. Like, we should probably talk about this, but we should probably talk about this more.
No.
No, we should.
It's for next round. Like there's unless somebody confesses, there's nothing that's going to be a higher than 80% chance for me.
If we're wrong, this is Lynch to lose, right?
But it doesn't matter. Like I'm saying, unless somebody confesses, I mean, the pure numbers are that he's 80%.
But it does matter. You should be killing me because you think I'm Mafia, not because of the check now. Because you don't have the numbers.
I checked you.
Yeah.
No, I do.
But there's a Miller.
It doesn't
okay,
matter.
even if there's a Miller, you're still an 80% chance to be Mafia. That's assuming the Miller is still alive.
Dude,
that number's technically less if you consider that like Drazerk and Mango was Mafia.
I want to say it really feels like Alan wants to celebrate as Mafia right now.
We as town win. Like
you have to be careful here because if you don't have enough confirmed, then you can't just be killing someone, especially me since I'm the Miller.
Oh, wrong.
But you have to think about it a little more than that.
If it's not you, who do you think it is?
Well, I guess we're back to square one.
If it's not you, who do you think it is?
New guy.
Well, I think I've been saying Ryan's town the whole game, and Cop confirmed that. And then I think Eric's town, so I think it's between Phil and Alan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vote on Phil. I formal Phil.
Formal on Phil.
If I lose, I lose. But that's the
Before we
numbers.
go through with Phil, he was the one to vote. He was the one that said kill Unctuous and save Julian. I just want to throw that out there. I know that sucks to hear that, but at this point, do you think he said that because he knew Unctuous was already dead?
The whole point is there anybody else that's more suspicious? And the answer is no.
I think Alan, man.
With that?
Ryan, stop fucking this game.
I can't mess with the numbers. All I'm saying is if we
I'd rather lose to the numbers.
Yeah.
Alan's defended the people that were
It's not a game of numbers, though.
It is a game of
Alan
numbers.
said the exact same thing to me one time, and he turned.
I mean, if you want to play a game of numbers, go program something in your calculator that'll spit out random numbers for you. Like,
It's
this
not
is not a
random
game
numbers.
of numbers. It's not a game of numbers. Like, I want to win
It
this.
absolutely
and
is
the
a game
numbers
of
are not
numbers.
might not help us win this game.
I mean, they might help us lose the game, but they might also help us win the game. So
Alan, I swear to God, if
Why
you
would
put that
you
werewolf
take
thing
that?
back up, I'm gonna mod kill you.
because what do you think the chance of the other part is?
What's the chance of what?
Of you not being Mafia and someone
Well,
else
I know
being
that for a fact. So
Okay, of the other people, how sure are you of who is Mafia?
like, I'm not sure.
Exactly,
That's
you
for sure.
can't beat those numbers. So you're saying, why would I take that chance? Everybody's a chance except for you.
What do you mean everyone has a chance except for me?
No, everybody is a chance. You're saying, how can I take that chance? Everybody's a chance, except for the person I checked that came up as Mafia.
Oh, this is so funny.
That's not a defense, right? Everybody's a chance for me. The highest chance is you. So I'm gonna
Right,
vote
but you
for
should be picking
Like,
someone
that's
on. But we should be lynching someone on basis of Mafia now. You don't have enough confirmed checks. It's like the problem with the Miller now.
But that
you
can
don't
be
have
applied
enough
to
confirmed
everybody.
checks.
Does that not apply to everybody?
I mean, we haven't been talking about this. 'cause-
Does that not apply to everybody?
Look, Phil, instead
think
of trying to save yourself right now, the most pro town thing to do is to look past you.
Yeah, like if you're town, you should know that you're Miller, and that you should know town to kill you. More likely. Like, you shouldn't try to fight it. It makes you look like
The
Mafia.
problem isn't
You shouldn't tell me to kill you. You should sell me, but
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to fight it because if he is actually Miller and there's 2 Mafia left,
The problem is that I'm not Mafia, right? And so when I die and like game's suddenly over, which I doubt that's going to happen, but like tomorrow you're going to be in a pickle, right? I'd rather talk about it now while everyone's here than talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, we can sleep, right?
If we sleep, T-Toss dies and nothing changes. That's it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think sleep's good.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
fine.
just
Let
gonna vote on Phil.
Thunder Toss decide then.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote on Phil. And you know, if I die, then you know either there's 1 Mafia left or there's not. So you can call it any time, Neil. I'm ready to vote.
All right, voting in 3, 2.
Wait, who are we voting on? Who are we voting on?
Phil.
Voting on Phil.
Phil.
He came up as Mafia,
3,
and I'm taking those numbers.
2, 1, vote. 3, 4, 5. Phil dies.
Keep going.
Yeah, everyone go to sleep. All right, everyone wake up except for Thunder.
And here we are.
So it had to be 1 Mafia, right?
Yeah, I
Only
think it's
1 Mafia
Mafia.
left.
There is
That's
only
it.
one.
He confirmed 2 and there's only 4 people left, so it has to be 1.
Okay, so we all know it's not me because I'm the only one who's cleared. Right now, Alan, I'm the guy leading the charge, and you're the guy looking most suspicious in my cross.
Ryan, I swear you fuck me again this week, I'm going to murder you. I swear.
I'll fuck you twice, man.
He's
I'll
gonna
do it.
murder you as Mafia.
Those of you who saw last week's last game know what I'm talking about.
See, last week I fucked you and you were on my team. This time, I don't.
And I'm
think you
still
are.
on your team. It doesn't matter what you think. That's what I am.
You're so grinny, dude. You're never grinny, and right now you're
It's because
so
I am
grinny.
pretty sure that Eric is safe the entire time I've been saying it's new guy.
Yeah, obviously, it's between me and Alan.
Hey, Ryan, let me go through my notes real quick. See if I can figure out something. Unfortunately, Alan never fucking says anything. So
Yeah, I don't have Alan on any of my shit.
I don't have any notes on him. This is the
Do you
problem.
have-
Seriously,
Do you have Eric or
This
me
is why
on
we want to
anything?
lynch you now because you don't say anything the whole game, and we always get to this point.
Do any of you have? Does Eric have? Well, Ryan's obviously 10. So, Ryan, do you have anything on Eric or me?
I have that Eric and Mango were not both Mafia. Eric and Phil were not both Mafia. So, since if we think Phil was now, he could have been Miller, but I'm if we're playing the numbers game, I'm not going to vote Eric.
No, dude.
Yeah, it's not Eric. It's definitely not Eric.
Right.
We're both
Multiple people have said that Eric is safe.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's between me and Alan and you guys.
I would just like to point out that multiple people also said I was safe, including Julian. And nobody said new guy was safe.
okay, new guy, let's hear from you.
Okay.
Just-
I've been saying, other than the first round when I set up the whole thing about the glasses, I've been saying your town ever since. That was confirmed, like I said last round. I definitely think Eric is town, so I'm town, so it's got to be Alan. Like that's all I have to say. I've been behind you, other than the glasses. And then the only other thing I said about Eric was when Tim was going after Eric and Julian, I said Eric was more suspicious, but I think he's made up for his day one, or when he was lacking on day one for information. He's made up for that, so it's got to be Alan.
I just want to add one more thing. When we were posed with a question on who you would lynch, Alan decided to say kill the new guy instead of Unctious, who was clearly suspicious as fuck.
And who did the new guy say?
Maybe he was defending his.
I said Unctious. I said kill Unctious, save Ryan.
I agree. Let's go for Alan. Dude. Honestly,
if you
if
fuck me again.
we lose, it's a fucking policy kill because you never say fucking anything, Alan.
Formal on Alan.
Right before you
Alan?
screw us again. before you screw us again. There are people that have said that I'm safe. No one has said the new guy is safe. And remember last week, I was still suspicious of you even though you were town because you were doing things that were illogical, like killing Mango. So that's the same thing I'm doing. I mean, you might not like it, but everything I've been doing, the people I've been voting on, have been extremely logical.
Here are the numbers, though. Ready? Ryan, here are the numbers.
Yeah.
New guy wanted to kill Unctious. We know Unctious is Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Alan
He
wanted
wanted to kill
New
me.
Guy.
What the fuck? He didn't want to kill Unctious.
No, I have it down. He
I
wanted to
said,
kill
me,
I'll
and then-
just say Ryan.
He said Ryan is safe and Unctious is the kill for him.
He would kill me if he had the choice, and then Unctious.
No, when
That's okay.
Titos asked for 1 and 1, I said Unctious kill, Ryan save.
Do you have that too, Ryan? I have it in my notes.
I said you were my second, Alan. I said Alan after Unctious. And then when Titos asked me 1 kill, I said Unctious, 1 save, Ryan. That's what the 1 and 1 was.
I'm baffled that you're formulating me this hard, considering no one was backing New Guy at all. And people like Julian, who are dead, were backing me.
The thing is, like, Julian. Okay, so Julian was town, but if he backs
doesn't
either
have
of
any
you,
ID.
it doesn't tell us anything because he doesn't know for sure. It just means
Right.
he's town and he's backing somebody, but he doesn't know for sure. Alan, I know my gut's treated me wrong in the past, but you're my
It's
gut
treating
right
me
now.
wrong again, I swear to God.
Alan is my gut feeling too.
It's my gut, bro.
Let's do it.
Voting on
Alright.
Alan.
Don't do this.
So
I'm not rescinding.
Don't do
Okay,
this.
voting on Alan in 3, 2, 1, vote. Alan dies.
Who wins?
Mafia wins.
What?
Yes!
Oh my god! New guy's Mafia.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
Should
New
do-
game
guys
right
are-
now. Right fucking now.
No,
We're
we
doing
gotta talk about who was who.
No,
because
shut
I
the
wasn't
fuck up.
Mafia.
We're doing a new game right now.
I wasn't
We're doing a new
Mafia.
game Right fucking now.
No, I'm
We're
going
doing
to
a new game
announce
right now.
what the rules were, guys. So we're gonna run through the rules here. Starting with Miller. Alan, you were Miller.
Ooh,
Oh, seriously?
that would have been deadly.
Medic
would've been pretty deadly.
was Julian. Cop was Thunder Toss. Mafia was Rob, Drazik, Phil, and Jordan, aka New Guy.
Why didn't Unctious come out as medic when he wasn't?
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I was
tell
gonna
you
say.
why.
I'm trying
Because
to save
he
the-
wanted to
wanted the
get
medic to
Because I
kill.
think
He wanted to
medic.
kill the
That was
medic.
actually a smart play, and
That was a
Julian.
smart play.
So smart.
That was a smart
Julian
play.
just kills the cop. He kills the
Apparently
cop.
not.
If I once I wasn't on the chopping block anymore for being medic, the next guy on the list was New Guy, who I thought was Mafia anyway, and I didn't think there was any chance that he was medic. So I said I'm medic because I didn't think anybody was going to trust me. I thought that I was going to die. Real medic wasn't going to come out because I didn't like that was
Fucking-
just a dumb move.
I don't know
So
why
I
Julian did
died.
that.
They were gonna try to kill Thunder Toss, thinking that I was medic because Mafia knows that I'm not Mafia, so I had to be real medic. Thunder Toss gets saved and gets killed at the
Can't
same
believe we won
time,
that.
so nobody dies. I'm the only one who dies. Real medic is
Unctious'
still
move
alive.
was correct. If the medic was dead, he would have gotten a free check.
No, I mean, if Julian just stay quiet because he was going to die anyway. Like people didn't believe him. A couple of people didn't believe it as well. So I'm just going to die anyway, and he like Julian will be free. I was not going to target him.
Let's
In the
do
game
it.
of
But the
Thrones,
problem is, like
Game
if,
3.
if
How is it throws? What, Alan? What the fuck are you smirking at all game? Like it comes down to the last couple guys, and you're just.
Fucking said it was so obvious to everyone.
I can't
like,
believe we won.
Kill Phil, and then you
Yeah, I
kill
don't
you
know
guys,
how
you
we won
automatically win. Like
It was
that
obvious
like,
to everyone except for the only confirmed towns, me and Eric.
it was crazy that the Miller was
You
still
won
in,
'cause you
though.
killed-
Like Alan was in the whole game.
Ryan, I
If
think
you
we
look
know
at
how
the
to win in the next
that
game.
were Mafia, they were all going after Jordan. And when
Mafia
they all
wins.
went after him, it should have been obvious.
Mafia wins because
I always
Al
thought
kills
Jordan
someone
was
that
nuts.
talks
Nothing
Thursday
personal,
instead of
Jordan. I
someone
just
Yeah, so did Phil and so did Ben. So it's all
yeah,
good.
we have.
All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to throw up commercials for a little bit. We're going to take a quick break. For those of you that are not watching, what is it, IEM Shanghai, you can always find the VODs on SC2 ratings later, so you can stick around and keep watching this. So,
Shameless plug. Neil's Mafia.
That plug.
Neil's Mafia.
we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and we'll be back in
Right,
5 minutes.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, there's just so much shit going through my head right now. That was just
Eric, it doesn't matter. We're gonna win. Next game.
I just like to point out that I made a claim earlier that when Phil's Mafia, he's pretty easy to read. And
He
then
was
I'm
easy
mad
this game.
that Phil's Mafia.
That's why I killed you.
I got formaled 3 times and rescinded twice.
That's got my gut.
No,
Oh my
exactly. Yeah, you were spot on. You've actually been really good
I
with
don't know,
gut checks on me.
We should not go that long in game 1 too. I think like people just went to kill me just to get the day over. It's like
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
I can't believe Drazik just like turned off his camera and
I
waited.
know, yeah,
That got me really angry.
I don't know why he didn't try and
That was
claim
really
Miller,
dumb.
right? Like that was early in the game.
There's no world where that's. And then he left like.
Or like fake cop. If you still came fake cop, like Titos is not 100% confirmed
There
as
was still
cop
4
that
Mafia
time.
left.
No, Cheetos was absolutely
Wait.
100% cop.
But it wasn't Mango,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't Mango.
It was
I think it wasn't
second
Mafia.
day after.
What, he
I
was
was
Mafia?
not Mafia.
No, Mango wasn't.
No,
I think-
yeah. Why'd
I
you
didn't
call
vote
me
for
fake cop?
Mango wasn't Mafia.
Oh.
I just did bad.
Why'd you call me fake cop?
Because I honestly thought you were playing shitty up till then.
I thought
That's true.
Mango
I would
was
But the
medic.
thing is,